Hello, I'm Dave Robinson, and welcome to another Screencast where I'm going to be talking about my competition in SLICED. So this is the finals of the Summer 2021 SLICED competition, and this is the data set that I'm going to need to be predicting on today. It looks like we're going to be, it's going to be based on loans from the Small Business Administration. I'll be using information to predict the amount of default in each loan, like if they weren't able to pay back the full loan, if any. We have 20 columns we're working with today. How many observations? It's not... Looks like, we're training on 60,000, or at least 60,000. Looks like probably like we're training on 70K plus. Oh, I better download this. Yep, so download all. And yeah, there's a championship. So the I'm going to be working with these 20 columns, and I've just been doing my ritual. I just got set up in the last like 5 minutes, so I'm not allowed to code until the hour, so that's 10 more minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm like going through the variables, and I'm saying, let me make this a little bigger for y'all. I'm going through some of the variables and deciding like what the categories of features there are, and what's useful is I can kind of see the graphs. So I've just been like listing, there's like new and existing. There's number of jobs created, number of jobs retained. These are some numeric columns that are very, yeah, and then let me see, we have franchise code. It looks like it's mostly 0 or 1, though. Franchise code 0 or 1, whether or not, 0 or 1 means no franchise. Okay, so do we need, I need to take a quick look at that. 0 or 1 to... Anyway, and the code is actually categorical, not numeric. So here we go. And then we have small categorical ones. So I'm just like pulling apart all of these. So then we have... And numeric ones, these 4 are numeric. I'm just seeing like here, this is like time. This is 4 things about the money. So let's talk about, so I've got to predict the amount of default in each loan. And something that's fun is this is going to be, I think it said, did it say mean absolute error, MAE? So we're going to have to see if that's available. So I'm going to use metric set MAE. Okay, and I'm just moving these around. So there's some like low cardinality ones. Let's see what I got. And yeah, there's default amount where I'm going to want MAE. Let's actually take a quick look. Tidy models, error, yard stick. Do we have MAE? Let's find out. Yardstick. Here we go, numeric, MAE. Hooray! Okay, MAE, that's going to be it. That just makes it easier. I could have done a custom one, but now I know I can do metric set MAE. That's good to know. And let's see, oops. Let's see what else. I could go with text in the name, like maybe ones that have particular... I'm not sure I will. I think I might just go with sector, like the categorical one. State, zip, a lot of categorical stuff here. Banks. I think I'd start with let's see, model strategy. Start with all the numeric columns. Urban, rural, undefined. Yeah, I'm just taking a quick look through like, oops. I can even treat new, let me see, yeah, start with all the numeric columns, extra boost. I like to start with that, understand what some of the important ones are, gets me something on the board. let's see. Summarize default function. Look in terms of percentage of loan amount. That's actually like an interesting one. Is I might really want to do this as a percentage rather than as a I might. I'm not 100% sure yet. I might want to do this as a percent. Amount of the loan that was charged off defaulted. Yeah, see, I think I want to do like SBA's guaranteed. I kind of want to do this as like a percentage. So I'm going to say like, oh, that's weird. How is this greater? It's like, SBA's gross amount. Oh, my bad. Okay, I understand now. This is the gross amount. This is the amount that was approved. So I'm going to add another one, which is percent of loan guaranteed by SBA. That could be an indicator. And predict. You know, there are a couple ways I could predict it, but no, I'm not going to predict. I'm just deciding like if it's MAE, then predicting the percentage choice. Do I predict the percentage of the loan? The defaulted or the total amount? The latter is the latter will be more accurate from like a percentage. Latter is more like the former. Be better behaved. And let's note a couple things. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna need to explore this, like summarize default. I'm gonna need to explore this data a little bit, and then look by sector. One of my favorite categorical ones. I've got like sector, state, bank. Let me see, franchise, time, explore percentage, approve, explore percentage, and let's see, gross amount of, Yeah, okay, so explore percentage approved. Yeah, start, then it's my model. I've just seen EDA. Start with all the numeric columns, that's reduced. High cardinality. Categorical ones, if they're okay, that's cool. By state. Could do something animated. Do this a lot of ways. Okay, disbursement gross. Yeah, I really want to spend some time the money columns. Understand percentages and so on. Gross approved. Yeah, just taking a look through. Okay. Yeah, I'd definitely do core left by state. Fiscal year. Yeah, a lot of things that don't need to be on a log scale. Okay. Yeah, I've got like a feel for this. I'm gonna wait and see. It's almost 9, and then I'm gonna like pull in the data. I'm gonna load up my like packages and pull in the data. So yeah, I'm excited. Let's do these finals. Cool, cool. I'm just taking a quick look through. Did I miss anything? Cool, cool, cool. All right. I don't need lubricate, but I'm going to use text recipes, library scales, do parallel, register do parallel, cores is 4, theme set, theme light. That's my like intro, and then what I do is I do set seed 2021, and I'm actually going to do train. Oh, I'm sorry, I do this differently. Dataset is read CSV, downloads. Where's the sliced? I really need to just clear this out. Train. And same thing for test.csv as foldout. And then split is initial split, train, and dataset. Train is training split. Test is testing split, and train. I'm gonna. All right, now let's consider this. Oh, I almost forgot that I need to do janitor, clean names, janitor, clean names. And just remind myself what the sample submission is. Just do a little. And let's not forget library meme. And do I have any memes? I'll see. I'll bring it in. I'll bring some in later. All right. All right. So one thing we can see is that a lot of time it's 0, and then sometimes it's really large, and MIE is going to be heavily driven by the largest amounts. You may even want to filter the day out the low, the small impact. All right, so I'm just reminding myself, is that right? Yeah, I think the MAE is going to be driven. All right, we're going to have to. Yeah, we're going to test that hypothesis. And yep, mean absolute error. Yeah. All right. So I've almost forgot to do mset is metric set MAE, and control is grid control grid. Let's see what we got. Save thread is true. Save work flow is true. And yeah, that's pretty good. All right, and yeah, let's see. Okay, let's look at percentage. So let's do this like oh. See, yeah. So let's let's look at this. ggplot. All right, let's consider default PCP is default amount by disbursement gross. Is that right? Disbursement gross is the amount. Or I can't tell whether it's out of disbursement gross or out of, yes, it seems like mostly it's below 1. So approve. Okay, so these seem pretty similar. Okay, let me see. Change. Yeah, okay, so approve is sometimes greater. The amount dispersed is often lower. And let's see, yeah, but I don't know what to do with that information. But the percentage of out of gross approved, yeah, seems to always be less than 100%. So let's see, I just want to take a quick look at this. Filter default amount greater than gross approved. Only 42 out, yeah. Okay, then yes, so it's very rarely greater than sometimes it happens, but it's by a small amount, and maybe that's some data problem. Okay, so the let's do it out of the approved. I'm just taking a quick look at this. Yeah, the amount dispersed, gross amount approved, amount that was charged off. Okay, and yeah, so let's take a look at then at the distribution of the gross approved. Because I might, oops. All right, so most range. Okay, I'm just thinking about like, yeah, it's not mean squared error. It's mean absolute error, so I'm not sure I am going to be filtering out the small ones. I think that might mess this up a little bit. Okay, report in terms of percentage. All right, so let's see. So if I wanted to summarize this, I would say by the way, 83,000 total. Okay, total. Thinking through what are some of the things we need to do, and we have total, arrange descending and loans. All right, so then I can do something like group by state. I'm just looking for like end loans, discharged, discharge, let's see, default amount. All right, and then I do all right, and now I get percent discharged. Okay, okay, and now I can do something like make this a function, and summarize default. I'm going to get my first interesting graphs. I'm going to do state 6, PCP discharge, and I'm going to do mutate state is FCP reorder, state by PCP discharge. 6 is too few. 12, here we go. And, wow, actually that's like quite a big, and then, yeah, so, wow, look at this. I think it's kind of interesting. I can do continuous labels equals percent format and do, this is kind of interesting, and I want to put a little function called FCP with F. And actually what I can do is change this to geom point size equals n loans. I just wanted to have the scale on a relative scale that includes. So okay, so this like communicates what some of the larger states and such are. So I'm going to start with this. And it's not going to be. It's going to be GV total GV approved. It's going to be called total GR gross approved. And scale equals and yeah. All right, gross percentage of loans discharged. Y is, Y in this case. In default. Okay, so Florida has the highest rate and Washington and Massachusetts the least. Yeah, so state matters. All right, so what I'm actually going to do is turn this into a visualization where I'm going to say by clock category function and category. I've done this in a bunch of previous ones. Yeah, I'm not going to do this. I know what I was going for there, and I'm not going to go for it after all. And I'm going to do this as all right. All right. And then ta-da! All right, and I'm going to do one more thing. Size. Okay, all right. What happens if I don't do this? Is it less misleading? Whatever. Oh yeah, I see. All right, so let's look at other things. Let's plot category city. I don't think it's quite the right way to go about this, but let's look at all the categorical ones. And let's do state. All right, so we got it by city. Not as good as state, not as useful as state. Now let's do it as all right. This is pretty good. Yeah, there's definite information in sector. Or maybe it pops up in other places, but that's pretty cool. I'm going to use plot category bank. So I'm going to do this one time. Most likely. Wow. All right, that's pretty cool. And then by bank, and some yeah, yeah. I'm just thinking for a second. Should I wait? Yeah, I don't know how common each of these banks are, and we can actually there. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add a little like FCP with freak function x. It's a little weird thing. We're going to do triple x add count x. Ooh, this is a weird little situation I'm doing. I think this needs to exist, but I don't know how to do it. And let's see if I do. All right, yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little thing here where I say nope, it's one moment, quick fix there, and freak. All right. Yeah, this is really helpful because it gets like a sense of scale. Okay, and it's like every one of these has at least like a few thousand. Yeah, I just wanted to like see numbers like this so we could really start to believe in them and such. Yeah, and then you start to believe like, okay, are these banks just like having very, no, some of these banks are getting a lot. Okay, so banks and stuff, all of these are pretty common. Okay, what other categorical ones do I have? So I already did city and I did state, and let's see, bank, state, same, train, mutate, same, state, SFL, bank. Be right back. Right. So same state, different state, not so. Actually, look at that. Banks in different states much more likely to be defaulted. Wow. Okay. All right. That's pretty interesting. And what else do I have? Like in the I have new and existing. Low. Okay. Oh, I've got to join in. So I'm going to say.
You've got
Hello.
questions. Hello.
Hi, Meg. How you doing?
How's it going?
Oh, it's going really good.
I'm good. I'm solid.
Yeah, this is hello. Yeah, this is a really fun data set. I'll tell you, it right away threw in this this. I think the curveball, like mean absolute error, it's not as on data that is like can also represent as a percentage. Is I think kind of really interesting. I'm definitely thinking about how both to interpret that and then how to model it. But yeah, I'm excited. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. How are you feeling? Just like what's your vibe tonight? How does it compare to the semifinals?
I think I'm very calm and excited. Just I was just really excited to do as many of these join as many of these rounds as I could. So if I make it to the finals, like whether I win or not, like I really just got to be a part of it as long as I could. So I'm just very happy and excited. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. I mean, Nick and I are both very happy to hear that, and it's been of course, great to have you live streaming alongside as well. So very cool. Is there anything different about how you're planning on approaching tonight's data set? Any kind of like anything you want to share with us about your strategy? I assume there may be fewer memes.
I have a couple memes. I might pop out the memes, but I've been focusing on the data so far. One is the I'm really thinking about how to predict it. Like, should I predict it as an amount or should I predict it as a percentage of gross approval and then put in the amount? And if I do so, am I going to get into trouble because because it really matters a lot more to get the larger accounts. It matters more that I get the larger loans correct than the smaller loans. So if there's systematic difference between those, I might be leaving some signal on the table. I'll tell you that there's a lot of one thing that is different from some of my previous ones. I can just tell from glancing at some of these, there are a lot. Here we go. For instance, state. There's a lot of categorical variables with a lot of signal in them. So and it doesn't necessarily look like it's as simple as say, could I turn states or zip codes into longitude and latitude? Not so clear that I can really do that, and I might still do that, but to try and apply it to some numeric. But that means I'm going to have to think about how to put both categorical and numeric variables into a really effective model. That means I might be doing an ensemble combination of XGBoost and the linear model. But I'm going to see how I'm going to see how much time I've been and what really strikes me as interesting.
Yeah. Have you ever? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, I was going to ask the exact same question. We were wondering in chat here, are you familiar with any loan type data or default type data? Have you worked with any kind of like this type of data before or in the past?
The only one I worked with, I think, was in episode 6. Or was it 7? It was in lab 2. The data was, I think, also it was about churn. It wasn't about default.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Nope. I don't think I've worked with default with predicting defaults before.
Amazing. And how do you feel about MAE in this case instead of RMSE or any other type of metric?
I'm definitely really happy that it's MAE, not RMSE, because if it were RMSE, there'd be a huge shift with a large outcomes really overwhelm the error metric. MAE I get to be a little bit small, and that is definitely interesting. But it's funny. I'm not sure, but I think I've only done classification ones before. I could be wrong, but I think in the regular season it was I think I had 2 classification and then like a couple multi-class. I don't think I've actually joined any of the ones with the linear output. So this is
cool.
At least in the ones that I've been a contestant in. Yeah. So and like I said, the thing that really interests me is how can I turn to something interpretable? And I landed on And I feel
Yeah.
comfortable that I landed on gross percentage of loans discharged in default. So like total amount of discharge divided by the total amount of loans that were approved. That's why I landed. I'm learning some interesting things. This definitely makes me think of like the mafia. Is that there's a large amount of waste management services going into default. So yeah, but yeah, I got a lot more EDA. Want to do a time series. Probably going to do a map. Yeah, really excited about a lot of things I'm looking at tonight.
Very good.
Well,
Cool.
D-Rob, we'll let you add it, and we'll get back with you in about an hour.
Great. See you in an hour. I'll
Cool.
yep.
Thanks.
All right. So yeah. So that's sharing some of my strategy, and I'm just learning some interesting things. Like, where did I? One moment. Oh ho! I need to say. Oh yeah. I actually can't do the thing that I thought I could do. I gotta say if else new exist is 1 because of missing values. Cool. So I can just say like new and existing. There's a bit of a difference when new is a little more likely, and I'm certainly going to include it in the model. But yeah, these are some of the things that I can predict. Let's try out a couple of the ones. Let's try plot category franchise code. I'll need to say equals. Let's say. Wow, look at that. There is signal, but it's very sparse. Some franchises are more, but very sparse. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I might just want 0, 1, and other. Could. Zero, 1, and other. Yeah. Let's see. And same state. Okay. And industry. So the industry is called NAICS. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to change this to be plot category and let's find out if this is true. All right, we have like industry codes, and I could join let me see. And let's see, join with NAICS Industries. Okay. Names, so I could learn about this and what it means, but yeah, okay. And franchise, let's see. Okay, new, I forgot urban, rural, undefined. All right, I'll do. Rural is 1, urban. Rural Undefined. Let's do a model on percent. Let's do a model on percent default. All right, then. I'm just thinking for one. No on amount. I'm thinking for a second. All right, okay, and let's see, yeah, what I'm gonna do is take a look at our data and say, data, let's see, all of our numeric columns and the things that might as well be numeric. And I'm going to do default amount explained by gr approval plus time series. Totally forgot that. Train group by year approval. Ho ho. This is cool. Oh, haha, financial crisis. Whoops. There we go. Yes, okay, and size is and let me look at one more thing. We're going to try doing by this and state as FCP lump state 5. Trend is there for all states. Actually, I'll say this is some. All right, so I'm going to do all the columns that I can think of. Okay, so I've got this, I've got, let's see, approval, FY, no emp, new exist, create job, retained job, no, not really. This code. Code, urban, rural. I'm doing a couple other things. We're going to say state, bank, state, and while I'm doing all this, I will try a meme because I haven't done any memes yet. What am I going to do? Let's see. I'm going to do this, even though I don't actually have. See, I don't actually have any missing data, but it's nice. Always nice to have this stuff. And what I do is add state, bank, state. Same state is I just take a quick look, and I've got just a bunch of numeric things. Okay, as integer, just to make it all unambiguous. Okay, and predict all these things. Okay, and am I missing anything like really obvious? I'm missing some things that would be nice. Let me count sector, so it's true. Take one more look at sector. Administrative waste. Just think about what the largest ones are. See, the largest ones kind of center around here. Yeah, I'm not going to keep sector in this first draft. I'm going to do workflow, boost tree. Keep that meme. And learn rate is 0.02, and try is tune. And trees are tune. And let me do a, let's see if I get this. All right. See, don't make me tap the sign of that meme. Train small, threefold, and control, and metrics is and set controls. It's not, we're doing regression. No, that didn't work. Whew, all right, let's open up a second one and let's do F12 EDA. And let's see, I'm going to do similar, but XG tune. Okay, median absolute. Something's wrong because the error should be going down. It's going up. So the learn rate could be wrong. A lot of things could be wrong. All right, let's see. Mean absolute error. It's like the higher setup. Let me try a little more data. Let me do it only on 2 and 4. Was I doing default amount? Yeah, it was. Okay. I'm also curious what's the leaderboard look like. Mostly in the... Well, that's odd. That's really odd. It's like, well, that could be on a smaller set or something, but I'm definitely, I don't think I should be beating the leaderboard by this much. Something's up. Let's see for a sec. MAE is going to be mean absolute error. Yeah, that's right. What would happen if I just said default amount by need to get this right or nothing else is going to work, and I'll say default amount just by G gross approval plus let's say the year. What does that look like? And I'm just trying out like, I am predicting default amount. That part's accurate. All right, let's try smaller number of trees. Nope, something's really wrong with our data. All right, let's see what. All right, what I do is I'll say train. Well, that's a bummer that all of these are worse than the average, meaning I think that maybe the holdout set is like worse in some way. So let's see. Mean absolute. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, if I set it just to 0, it's like as soon as you start fitting it, it's as if it does worse. Okay. Oh, right, because mean squared error is minimized by the 0. Okay, everything, yeah. All right. So average, yeah. Okay. Okay, then what I'm going to do is change this to be, okay. Right, and just set this on. Already pops up near the top of the leader. Okay, so 29,000. So the average data point is 29,000. It's actually higher than in our data set. At least it's in the training set that I've been looking at, which is just 1% of the data. But how big is the test set? 20K. Okay, so that's on 200 data points. So on 200. Okay, let's do percentage now. Okay, let's fit. Yeah. Wait, maybe it hasn't been fit. Just thinking. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to do is try set. And all right, I'm going to try PCP. Okay, so let's do this. Then sent to, let's see. All right, so it's better. MA on percent is better. That makes sense. Just thinking for a moment. Mm-hmm. Adding additional ones. Oh, did I do? Oh, PCT. Yeah, so what I'm trying out is like I'm messing around with a couple of I'm messing around with it with like, okay, if I use these to predict the percentage approved, are we able to get are we able to see some signal, and then hypothesize that by multiplying that, and I might want to filter for only the largest ones. Yeah, and then that also will speed this up. It's a sense, it's kind of like waiting. We're kind of waiting of like a waiting, yeah. Yeah, but I increased the amount of data and a couple other things. So in the meantime, just want to get some of this EDA set up. Let's actually make a quick map. Yeah, I'll make a map. And rid of this. All right, let's see. Wait, let's see. Okay, not much gain after a certain point. Let's do a feature importance plot. So what I'd do is I'd say, what I'd do is I'd say xg finalize parameters, finalize workflow, select best, xg tune. And take a quick look at our importances. All right, gain feature. This makes some sense to me. That we gain a lot from approval financial year, and naturally the amount, which even though in predicted percentage the amounts matter, that makes some sense. Okay, next I'm going to note is that let's actually look up for a sec though. XG boost set error metric. I haven't actually done this before. Objective, that's the one. Aha! Objective, rig. Cool, okay, let's try this out. All right, okay. All right, what I'm going to do is say set. Wow, this is really interesting, actually. It's like a challenge. Just need to figure out, okay, I need to do, yeah. Let's see if it's any more luck on absolute loss. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't do it on percent. I should have done it on disperse, on default amount. It's not yet working. Let me see, objective, set, and oh. There we go. It's improving. Actually, let me try 2 and 4. So 4, aha, 6, 8. There we go. That was the secret. It cost and 4, 6, 8, and now let's try 600, 100, and 5. Just send this up a little bit better. And let me join in some data in the meantime, what I'm saying. Train. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. All right. All right, yeah, I need this now. I need to fit on. All right, let's do this. Arrange descending, gross amount, gross approval. I'm now wondering, like, what does that distribution look like? Okay, it's like mostly zeros, some other values, and I'm gonna try and get this right. Yeah, I'm gonna leave in the Hoover. All right, so and I'll just say here we go. Yeah, I need to minimize. Oh, I'm doing it on the wrong one. PCT. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Do a lot better than random on percentages. And fewer is better. That's interesting. Well, I've done not doing much data. Whew. Actually, to stop that, I'm going to go. Best they can do is like 0.095. We do a little thing over. All right, let's do this. And I'm doing a little map, long left, geom, polygon. And yeah, hard to do any better than this. Should have really done just 2 and 4 and doing a bit more data. Group equals group. Fill equals PCP default. Join by state by there we go. And I'll do a few more things, like a library map, GG themes, and coord map. And add a few more things like labs. Let's see what we got. Labels equals percent. Format. Oop, where's my plot? Okay. All right, and I'll just go ahead and do, let's see, highest train. All right, and train highest. And say, yeah, so, okay, I just wanted to take a quick look at that, and that looks pretty neat. So dot red default, keymin, this and 0, key max, that and 0, here we go. Because times, so just go ahead. Yeah, I'll just do a quick thing. I hadn't thought of that, that's a good one. Dot Fred. All right, and let's see what is the MAE of .pred default versus .pred. Oh, sorry, dot versus default amount. Oh, let's see. All right, that is high. Is that worse than just mutate? Yep, it's way worse. What if I did this? Okay. And that is, what if I had trained on more data, a little better? Okay, what if I trained on a little more data? Now it's worse. And let's try it on the full set where it's where it's doing its best to fit the top few. And it's still worse. It's worse. Haha. Yeah, the worse than all zeros. Wow, it is hard. It is very. This is very hard. Yeah. And what if I did like? It cannot do better. Oof. Is this true even though like X2 tune? Yeah. It's minimizing MAE on the full set. What would happen if I said, what if I only fit it on a small amount of data? I don't think this is going to work. No, it's a disaster. Which makes sense because this maybe could be being trained on too much. Yeah. All right, let me try one more thing. I'm going to do a quick animated map. Approval year.
talk with Diva.
Hello, I'm here.
Hey, first I want to say that we're all very disappointed that you did not step away to put on a costume.
I did not step away to put on a
so
costume.
We're,
Oh, I
we're
forgot
still
that you
dealing
could
with
see
that,
me.
but
Yeah, no, I forgot that you can see me. That's a
okay.
drag. Yeah, so this is the fun thing that's going on for me. I don't know if you can tell from your side is that I haven't beaten all zeros yet. And yeah, all zeros puts me right now in the middle of the training leaderboard. I've still got I've tried a couple approaches like predicting percentage and switching to absolute standard error. I'm still working. Yeah, I'm not out of ideas, but it's definitely the biggest challenge I've had yet. I think in the competition. This is really cool.
Yeah. Incidentally, that was actually a question that we had from Julia Silgi. Was exactly that. Was the first leaderboard submission actually all zeros?
That was yes, that was mine.
Yeah.
That was my first one, which is just a default amount 0. But yeah, like I said, I'm pretty confident I can do better than that. Maybe not much better, but I don't know how much to make out of the rest of the leaderboard. We'll have to see, because it's still really at least. What's funny is I definitely needed to have a step where I realized switching the XP boost to be minimizing absolute error. But yeah, this is an interesting one.
Yeah, and I guess at the end of the day, it's for modeling at least, it's about beating Ethan, I suppose, versus anything else. And I'm curious. This is a question from chat, from Span Data. What would you say to Ethan, or what do you want to share with Ethan? Of course, we'll have that for posterity in the recording. But what would you hypothetically share to Ethan at this point?
Oh, I would just say good luck. I think it's been a contest with a lot of sportsmanship, and I think I'm excited to see how we both do. I'm definitely going to throw the best model that I can get at him, and see if I can crack a way to consistently on my holdout set beat all zeros. But I would just say good luck.
Cool.
And D-Rob, you have a lot of supporters in chat. There's a lot of folks rooting for you, and they have a question. If you do win the knife, what are your thoughts on where do you be putting that? Is there a trophy room? What are you thinking about?
Definitely somewhere safe from my 1-year-old. So maybe up on a wall pretty high. Yeah, if I do win that, yes, definitely my wife is still confused. Like, you win a knife, like, is it a really expensive? I think it's an engraved knife. But yes, yeah. I think she still doesn't get it, but yeah.
Excellent.
Well, Rob, a little over 30 minutes left to go. Excited to see what it looks like down the stretch here.
All right, I'm excited too. I'll head back in.
Oh,
right.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm going to do one more animation just before I forget, because I'm excited to say, let's do a library GG animate. And theme manual. No, sorry, transition manual. Approval, FY. Let's see what we got. And I'm also going to do theme, I'm going to do let's see, if this doesn't work, I might need to uninstall Magic. Oh, nope. There it goes. Oh, so something's up with my sizes there. I don't completely love that. Yeah, it's not my favorite map I've ever done. Cool. All right. So it's not my favorite animated chloropleth. But let's do it by year. All right, and here's something I'm thinking about is like, so I've tried a couple of also really curious what is important, what is not. The kind of stuff that I would expect are important, but the others are not. And this is out of predicting the percent. What if I, all right, so again, I'm going to experiment around a little bit. So something that I'm curious about is that, for instance, if I do, where's my, here it is, okay. Okay. So on this, yeah. Let me remind myself that's the set of 20,000 randomly selected rows. Okay, so what if I did, and what if I just asked, what is the distribution of predictions? I actually stop at 0. What if I say we only do it if our prediction is above 0.4 or something like that? What if I say you take then 0.1 times well, that's a tiny benefit. What if I do 0.4 times it, and it goes back up? So I could just treat it as like a prediction, and let me see, I could say like, that's the problem with that, with doing MA, not RMA, and 0.2. All right, what if I did crossing threshold and weight? By threshold and weight, and hard to do better than nothing. Threshold, and let's make the threshold only 0.3, 0.5, 0.2. Some of them do a little bit better. So if I say sure, I could say something like if it's greater than 0.5, then do the, I could like fit this layer. No, it didn't actually do better, did it? I wasn't able to do 14. Nope, I can't do better. Point 5. I just don't believe this. Augmented test. Group by bucket is cut. Cut the GR approval by 0, 10,000, 20,000. Oh, sorry. 24, 25, 26, infinite. I just wanted to see for a second, please, what is the MAE in each of these? Most of the error still, yeah, it's not quite that most of the error comes in. It doesn't come from the small ones, but it comes a lot from the middle ones. Okay. Let me try one thing. Try this one more time where I try. Okay, and all right, I'm gonna jump back to the graph, to visualization for a second. Okay, so I've looked at this a couple ways, but I also like to say, let's look at industries of a kind. Approval, FEY, and PCP discharge. Size equals loans, and color equals and size equals I'll do it as total just wanted to see this for a sec. Okay. Yeah, I was taking one more quick look, and what if I said x2 fit? Still much worse. Oh, I didn't run this time. No, I did. All right, and a few of them scale. All right, and I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to say mutate. Right, and yeah, still just did do any better? No, so good. Worse on that fit. Yeah, it's like I'm not. All right, that is an improvement. 793, okay. All right, that's an improvement. All right, what if I use the fixed amount? What if I said Pmax Nope. All right, I'm going to try a little. I'm going to leave it all on the table. For 600, 4, 6. Eight. Oh yeah, so here we go. So where else was I? What other things I can do with this? I got bank, I got state, I have no and here we go. Okay, so I have a couple categories like retained job over number of employees. All right. Let's see. I'm not seeing anything that interesting, but I can start just with like retained job. Case many employees, case one and case. Action type. All right, and hey, look at that. Block category, no temp. Oh. Okay, with this much data, I need a little bit more. And it doesn't actually matter how many predictors I use, so I'll just use 4. Let's see if this is better. No, okay. Yeah, okay. And now they're all worse. All worse. That one was better. That one was better. One that was better. Oh, right. Yeah, wow, this has really been an adventure for me. Let's set this 4, 5. Yeah, okay, that's an improvement. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay. Uh-huh. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say augment. Yeah, I'm going to take. Uh-huh. And then sure, okay. All right, so what there was I say? There we have it. Okay, let's try this out. All right, that's it for that, and I'm going to do a little bit more exploratory. And what am I going to do to explore? I'm going to decide, you know what? I'm going to do something fun. And let's see. what I'm doing is I'm trying out something real quick. I'm going to say sector is input sector, state is input state. That is not going to use bank. I'm going to use use 2006 is one of the bad years, and slider input. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to do, and then I'm going to say year, and then I'm going to say approval year. And actually, I'm going to do it as a plot. I'm going to say group by year, and summarize default, and to be plot year, PCP. All right, I was wrong on the rev. I need to flip that around. Here we go. Oh, yeah. And let me see. I was just... Nope. And vals. Yeah, I'm just trying to make a really quick, shiny app because I told myself I would make one. And size. Here you go. Now I can say in a particular year and today's sector. And yeah, that's pretty cool. I can even do a bank. Yeah, I like exploring it over time. It's very fun. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for me. I submitted. I got my prediction in. Doing my I did my best on the model, and yeah, here we go. Sector. So they say something like just retail trade by year, and yeah, cool. All right, that's it. I'm going to stop. Please join and vote for me in the in Nick Rand's Twitch, and I will see you later. Let's see how I did.